And you've signed as a permanent Burnley player. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good obviously. To be honest, the moment I signed last year, I kind of knew that this was going to happen anyway. So it doesn't feel like signing now, but I'm obviously happy that I'm going to be here permanently, and especially after reaching our goal this season.
You seem to have settled in really well here. I mean, in terms of on the pitch, but like off the pitch with the group and the togetherness of that group. You were heavily involved in the Traitors game, bringing everybody together. Do you feel that like you've settled in well? Have you enjoyed it, your time here?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot. The beginning was a bit difficult, like well we've spoken about before. Like we had a whole new group, so everyone had to get used to each other a little bit. Then personally, I was still in a hotel for 2 months, and all that stuff just had to find their place. But yeah, as the months went on, I think everything for me personally settled in, and then with the group, you get to know the lads a little bit better, and then you're gonna do more fun stuff together, and you get closer and closer. And yeah, now it's just a joy to come into training every day.
And when you signed, you said that you wanted to come here, you wanted to join a club with ambitions of reaching the Premier League. That's obviously been secured here. How does that feel? How exciting is that? And how nice is it to, achieve what you wanted to achieve when you set out here?
Yeah, it's obviously the perfect scenario really, because you can plan whatever you want sometimes in your career, but it doesn't always go according to plan or according to your wishes. But yeah, signing here last year for basically for 4 years, I was just like, I'm pretty confident that we can get promoted in the first year, but if that wouldn't happen, surely in one of those 4 years, definitely I'm gonna get promoted to the Premier League. So, but this is obviously, yeah, the sooner the better.
How would you reflect on, in terms of you've contributed heavily to the success and reaching that target and aim of the Premier League? Like I said, in terms of what you do off the pitch, but on the pitch, goals, assists. I mean, there's been some lovely free kicks that come to mind when I think about it. How happy have you been with your contribution and in games and on the pitch since you signed?
Yeah, happy as well. Like I said, the first half of the season was a bit like, yeah, still I had to get used to everything, and like I said, was in the hotel, still had a little problem with an injury that kept coming back, so fitness was a bit of a problem. But then I felt like as soon as I hit like full fitness, which, yeah, in my opinion was in December probably, I think you could see that like the performances on the pitch have been a lot better, and since then I've contributed a lot with some goals and assists as well. And obviously everyone in here has played their part, even the lads who haven't played maybe as much as me or as much as others. Everyone is still here every day, pushing each other, working hard, like setting the standards and bringing each other to a higher level. But if you get promoted, then you can also look back and see that you've had a big part in the games with the goals. That's in the end obviously the ideal scenario.
And did that moment when that final whistle went at the Sheffield United game, and you knew that target had been achieved in terms of promotion, was that, how did that feel? What sort of, probably maybe a sense of relief as well, like, oh, we've done it, but also that excitement?
It was amazing really, like that whole game. And like literally after the Watford game, as soon as I knew like we have this promotion game against Sheffield, I was just so excited for 3 days. Like it was just amazing. And then playing the game was good fun. Then I came off for like the last 5 minutes. That was like nerve-wracking. It was really annoying. And then, yeah, the moment the final whistle went, it was just incredible. Just pure joy and happiness, really.
Pure elation on everyone's faces. I mean, we sort of, in terms of the summer, it's nice to reflect on the achievements and the success. And then there's a different challenge next season with the Premier League, but it's one of the most exciting leagues in the world. It's where so many people want to be. What does it mean to you to play there and have that experience of being a Premier League player against Premier League teams?
Yeah, like the way you're saying it as well, or if you're saying it now, it feels a bit surreal still. Like, obviously I've come from Millwall last year, but even before Millwall, I was just in the Dutch league, not playing for one of the biggest teams. So I think if you would have asked people 3 years ago, they wouldn't have expected me to reach a certain level because of the level where I was at the moment, even though I performed well, but there's a very long way to go. And yeah, that I've managed to get myself there within like that 3 years time, or yeah, whatever it is, it's just amazing. But I also try and tell myself not to look ahead too much to the Premier League and also try and enjoy the moment of celebrating the promotion rather than going straight away next challenge, because that's what I and what we always do. But yeah, I don't want to look back on my career and be like, wow, that this might be the highlight of my career, and then looking back like at it and think you should have enjoyed it more. So right now I'm going to try and enjoy it as much as possible, enjoy the holiday for a bit, and then I'm going to flick the switch and go fully in the Premier League.
Because it must be what when you set out as a professional player, it's kind of what every boy would dream of, I suppose. So it's a bit of a pinch me moment, but like you say, you kind of don't want to wish it away.
No, but this is obviously the feeling I had as soon as that final whistle went. It's just like, I'm in the Premier League, like just amazing. And then, like I said, obviously you're gonna think about the Premier League all the time, but I try and keep myself a bit calm and be like, enjoy the promotion first, and then we go and enjoy the Premier League later.
Yeah, that's a fair way to do it. I must mention your celebration, which I see lots of people doing as well now, which is always nice to see. How you seem to have been embraced by the Burnley fans as well. They've really taken to you. How nice of a feeling is that? It also helps a player settle in at a club.
Yeah, it feels good, to be honest. It's not something that I'm really focused on, but I feel like it has happened like in a natural way, and it's also something you can't really explain, but you probably just feel the energy or something, and a bit of chemistry that you've got with the fans. Then as soon as you score a goal and they look at people's faces, the excitement maybe when they see you in and around the stadium. So yeah, obviously happy with that, because in the end that's what gives you the thrill and stuff, playing for your fans.
Definitely. And will you get a little break over the summer? It's been a long season, a lot of training, a lot of meetings, a lot of games in the Championship. Will you be getting a little holiday, a little break?
Yeah. Definitely after this weekend or after the last game, I'm gonna be off for like 2-3 weeks, make a nice trip to, like I said, enjoy the promotion and let everything sink in. And then after that, it's probably gonna be back to work and starting the pre-season.
Pre-season, we go again.
Yes.
Well